Hi, guys. My name is Anita. Some of you may know me from before, from Instagram mostly. And we are here in a new podcast. And we are with Hirat Shams.
Ding.
Ding. Yes.
Yes, new podcast that we've been thinking about for a long time.
Yeah.
Very excited for this.
Yeah.
Um, I have a lot of ideas, a million idea kind of podcast going on here. We will have different categories we talk about. We will have different people who join us.
Yeah. We'll have different
Uh,
guests.
yes, we will have guests.
We have a lot of topics.
Yes, definitely. And I think we will be able to have all the podcasts live recorded, as in no
Not only
cuts.
audio, like video as well.
Yes, and also no cuts, no edits that take out meanings,
Yeah.
so we can do raw content.
Yeah. We wanted to do it very similar to life itself. Like no cuts, no edits, no nothing.
Yes,
I mean, some edits, of course, but you know what I mean.
yeah, the edits will be to do with lighting
Yeah,
or things like this,
yeah.
but no edit on cutting.
Conversation.
Yes, no cutting a conversation.
Yeah,
Conversation flowing,
yeah.
just as it would be in
As a normal
life.
conversation would
Yes.
be.
When you have a conversation, you cannot stop
Yeah,
and rephrase. They hear your first sentence. If it wasn't good enough,
too bad.
well, you're gonna have to live with it.
Yeah.
So that will be even the rule for the guests.
Yes.
We will explain this to them so they can mentally prepare for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that then they come here, and it will be casual conversations. There won't be any pressure. We hope. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of. Um, I try to annoy them, so and challenge them,
Uh-huh.
but it won't be anything that they feel extremely pressured. So I hope we have very natural content we can put out there, because
Yeah.
that's how I like it. If I want to watch a podcast or something like that, along those lines, I really like it. Uh, Not edited, not cut,
Natural.
natural.
Yeah.
Even if there's mistakes, it's okay.
Mm.
We learn, we move on.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be all perfect.
Yes,
Although we're both perfectionists.
yes. That's why I actually try
Mm.
to move away from that,
Yeah.
because and that's a challenge. This podcast is
It
a challenge
is.
for us. We've been wanting to do it for a long time. We're stepping outside comfort zones,
Yeah.
so
Mostly
therefore,
you though.
yes. For you, it's
Because for me,
more.
like I'm more into the creative world and
Yes,
like
you have
media and all of
experience.
that.
Yes,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yes. Podcast. This kind of podcast is new, but
I haven't done
everything
it.
else to
Yeah.
do with it, you've done it before.
Yeah. But
But
I
for
know the
me,
drill.
yeah, but for me, like I don't understand the microphone. I
Yeah.
just all the conversations I had, it's in real life.
Yeah.
My
A
microphones are
lot of
people's
conversations
ears.
actually.
Yeah, microphones were people's ears.
Yeah.
They
That's
just
nice.
hear it.
Yeah.
They want to remember it. They don't want to remember it. Some people can't get it out of their head.
Yeah. Some
Usually,
people forget it the next day.
yeah. Who's that? Remind me not to talk to them again.
Right. Bye.
um, so yeah, there will be category wise. There will be different, as we mentioned. There will be a lot of things. Um, Experience wise, we will have every type of person. We will have people who are very experienced in a unique niche field.
Mhm.
We will have people who are just starting, have ideas. We will always say these are just ideas. A lot of things. This is not people. If I bring someone who's in stock market, this is by no means any kind of market indicator sitting next to me to
Yeah. Yeah, we're just having a normal
capitalize on that.
conversation.
Yes, whether it's about real estate, whether it's about forex, whether it's about sports, whether it's about any concept,
Yeah.
this is just one man's opinion
Yeah.
or a woman's opinion. Uh, well, which probably they're more right, women.
Of course.
But still, please do not take this as any kind of proof for anything. You know, So I should probably look at the camera to say that to the people. So this is
As real
crucial.
as life gets.
Yes, this is as real as life gets. This is a cozy little place to be together, to have different guests, to have different information, to have a lot of
Opinions.
topics, yes, discussed. But we will not have. This is not one of those podcasts or Telegram channels that follows.
All the guidelines, and it needs
Yes,
to be like very specific content and
especially the key part is, yeah, that's true. The
not
key
controversial.
the key part is nothing discussed here is by any means we take no responsibility in anyone trying to use this content, especially financially. Don't take our word for it. This is what I want to get. This is one of the biggest things that I want to put out there. As real as this is, as there will be no bias. That was the word. There will be no bias in anyone's opinions as much as we can. Therefore, I don't want anyone thinking, okay, if they say this is happening, it's happening, let me go and invest in this, or no. This is not in any favor of any. If even if we have the president of United States here, which is going to be unlikely, but even if the case happens, you never know. We have to try.
Yeah, you have
We
to
can
try.
hope for, yes.
Yeah.
It
We would
doesn't
invite.
mean what we discuss here is any kind of advice, especially financially.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people.
Yeah.
This actually happens. I've seen a lot of people go liquidate their mortgaged house on something they heard on a podcast. It doesn't go around the way they
Yeah.
wanted, and
Or a
they
YouTube
try to
video.
they try to go to the podcast. The person who said, maybe he was even a guest. It's not anything to do with the podcast, and they're like, "Well, you said it. You should
Yeah.
have listened.
Yeah.
This is not a financial masterclass
Yeah.
by any means. We will have, of course, experts in some
In the
topics,
field, yes.
that say something, and it might be very well true.
Mhm.
But always do your own analysis. Always talk to an expert. Always talk to financial advisors, brokers, real estate agents,
Yeah.
lawyers, accountants, whoever you need to, in whatever category it is. Because it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be people who say things. We will have a guest who will say, "Do this," and I guarantee you, in 10 years, this will happen, right? And I'm not gonna take that out.
Yeah.
But that guarantee, he said, is one man's opinion.
Yeah.
We do not actually guarantee it. There is no trademark here that guarantees what he said. He doesn't even guarantee it. There's no financial or legal body behind that sentence to guarantee anything.
Yeah.
That is just his passion, which is very different.
Yeah. Like I can tell you what trends are gonna be in bags tomorrow, for example, the next summer.
Of course.
But like maybe not.
Yeah.
But probably I'll be right.
Me and you are huge Real Madrid fans.
Yeah.
Let's put this out there.
Let's put it out there. So there's no confusion, and we're straight to the point.
Than anyone or anything can be a Real Madrid fan out there. Same with you. And I might sit here one weekend before El Clasico and say, Real Madrid is gonna win. I bet Real Madrid is gonna win.
Yeah.
That's just a figure of speech.
Yeah.
If you don't go ahead and bet on the game and
blame it on me.
Yeah, message me when you lose 4-0. Those days we've lost this year. We've had a very hard time with Real Madrid. We've had heart breaking moments.
Yeah.
But of course, the problem is when we win. I tell you what the problem is. When we win, it's usual. So we move past it.
Exactly.
We celebrate for 2
minutes.
It's like,
well, another
it's
one.
Usual yeah, exactly. Thank you for the reference. Yes. Because we win all the time.
Yeah.
But there are teams that when they win
but when we
year,
don't win, it's makes such a noise because
know, right?
everyone is like wishing for Real Madrid to lose.
I know, right?
So it makes such a noise in the
what
press.
happened this year? Barcelona won Real Madrid 4 times.
Yeah.
Head-to-head matches, right? And this stat, I don't remember the exact numbers, final scores, but I know this for a fact because I've looked at it. The 4 times, the goal difference
Yeah.
between each match matches the exact setup of last year. We have won Barcelona 4 times in last season with the exact same goal differences.
Yeah.
Was it all over the media? No.
No.
It was just
It was just
another
normal
day.
for everyone. Yeah.
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 You don't hear
Oh, Real Madrid wins again.
NASA posting on the news, their normal routines when they
Yeah.
do the people. Our staff showed up to work. That is not worthy of news.
Yeah.
It's just a routine.
It's just the routine.
But when Barcelona wins, it's a little more like,
Everyone's excited.
yes. We love Barcelona.
Yeah.
We-
Nothing against them. They're a very
no,
good team.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they win, I
I hope they
congratulate.
can enjoy
I have
it
a
while
lot of Barcelona
while
fan-
it lasts.
Yes, I have a lot of Barcelona fan friends.
Yeah.
A lot of them, many.
Yeah.
I know more Barcelona fans than Real Madrid fans, in fact.
Mhm.
If I
Sa-
start counting.
Yes.
And I love them
Yeah.
because
Because it's so easy to prove them wrong.
and I also like that. I always appreciate competition.
Yeah.
Even if you're not good enough, but you try.
You try your best.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Your personal best.
Yes, yeah. What else can we do? If it's just us, how fun? Why would that be fun
Exactly.
on our own?
Yeah.
The competition makes it more fun.
Yeah.
That's why I love the other teams. They're not good enough, but I love British teams. I love
Mm.
the German teams. I love PSG.
Yeah.
Just for it to exist.
Exactly.
But we are so passionate about football. Two of
Yeah.
us.
And sports in
And
general.
following it. And sports in general, yes.
Yeah.
I know you love NBA more than me.
Yeah.
You follow it more than me.
Yeah. And probably tennis. Like
Tennis, you
you've
follow
played,
it more than me.
yeah, because you've played it more before.
Yes.
And I've
I
played it
was-
as well, but like I'm a huge fan of watching tennis.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan.
The
I'm
thing is,
on it on Roland
the thing
Garros right
is-
now.
that exactly.
And I have to be a representation of my country because I'm Spanish
Yes.
and we have the best players in the world.
Yes.
So of course I have to be very passionate about tennis, which I
Yes.
am.
That is true. I give you that. Spanish, especially recently. I
Well,
don't know back in
for the
history.
last 20 years.
No, well, that's still recent.
Yeah.
When I say recently, I mean the past 20 years.
Yeah.
If I go overall, it's the past 100 years.
We had some in
Um,
the past as well, but like
Yeah.
especially in the last
True.
in this century.
The thing is, I love tennis as a game.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game. I don't enjoy watching it as much because I used to play it a lot.
Yeah.
When you play it, anything, it's more interesting.
Yeah.
I used to, for example, and that's the thing. For example, football, I used to play it as well a lot. But when I was a kid, not so professional. My tennis career was a little more professional than my football.
Mhm.
And the thing is, with tennis, because it was an individual sport, I took it more seriously.
Yeah.
Hence why I was even more passionate. But my football career was in a team that everyone else was playing it for fun. So it was really the quality of games wasn't.
It wasn't professional.
Yeah, it wasn't that high up.
Yeah.
The quality of the game was more like, we're doing sports and we're having a good time than, results or strategy or technique or anything to do with that. That's why I love watching football
Mhm.
because it's, a better product.
Yeah.
But because my tennis was very good, I have great rivalries in my head, which I will never find on TV just because I'm not that person.
Right.
I will always have memories of my matches. I was in semi-final more clear in front of me than any final that I watch, VIP box,
Yeah.
just because none of them is me.
Yeah.
you
Which
know?
one is your favorite tennis player of all time?
Favorite tennis player of all time? Well, let's go the past 20 years, the
Yeah.
ones we've seen them play.
Okay.
It's hard. It's really hard. I
I think I
different
know
people
who
for
you're gonna
different
say. I think
reasons.
I know who you're gonna say. If you had to pick one, I know who you're gonna
If I
say.
had to pick one, I would pick Djokovic.
I knew that one.
Just
It's
because
obvious.
I
You've
think
always
his
liked him.
mindset matches my mindset more.
Yeah. But I think, for example, Alcaraz now has that mindset
Hmm.
of winning.
Yeah.
He's Taurus as well.
Yeah.
And was
No
it?
one's gonna watch his
Did you have
podcast
to?
anymore. He's like,
Did,
oh, he's a Taurus.
did you have to hide
Is
it?
it? I don't know. Is it publicly a good thing or a bad thing? I think people have mixed feelings. They either hate it or love it.
Which one, Taurus?
Taurus.
Yeah, you have to be able to handle them. Yeah, there are a lot. There are a lot.
Okay.
I know a little bit about horoscopes and like
Yeah.
signs, and
Yeah.
you have to know a little how to handle
Yeah.
Taurus.
Without becoming obsessed with it, I like it too. I like it. The signs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
like
it
learning
as
a
a
little bit.
concept.
Yeah,
Yeah. As a concept.
I'm not
Especially,
obsessed with it
I
though.
tell you especially why. I have actually a unpopular. Well, I don't know if it's unpopular opinion or just unspoken opinion.
Yeah.
The more people are into these signs, first of all, I know it comes from many years ago. There is huge Chinese culture behind it, Persian culture behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it's not a new thing, but trend-wise, it can be new.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? It means the more people read these things, whether it's true or untrue about them
Mm-hmm.
or about their friend or whoever it might be,
Mm-hmm.
the more they read it, the more it goes in their heads as a lesson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The more they become it.
Yeah, yeah.
So even if they were not matching this description of their horoscope,
But they
the
will
more
they will become their sign, what they've read about
Yes.
their sign. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes.
No?
Yeah.
This
I've
is-
seen it
this
with
is
my
true.
own eyes. They just want to be whatever that sign is because it sounds better than what they actually are.
They will wear the clothes set for them, even
Yeah.
if it wasn't their style.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it can be a Libra disguised as a Leo. Are you right?
Yes. I believe in this. So the more people believe in
Mm.
it, the more they will become true. Not because the wording was true, but because people shaped themselves into it. They
Yeah.
molded themselves a little bit by little bit by,
Yeah.
in their subconscious.
Yeah. But usually like
So-
I don't for example, like I don't like it as in it will tell me what's happening this day or this week. But usually from what I've seen, like I've met a lot of people and I know the personalities of all the signs. So I believe that like usually 99% of the time it matches the personality of the person with the sign. Like they just behave in that way, even if they don't know anything about the signs. They just behave a
Yes.
certain way, and I've seen it with my own eyes with
That's true.
a lot of people. Yeah.
That's true.
We're not revealing my sign yet.
So
You can guess in the comments, guys.
going back to the football conversation
Yeah.
and like sports in general, I think football will be something we will talk about, especially when the season is right now. Unfortunately, the season is
Over.
well. PSG, I don't really like them, to be honest. There's teams that I dislike
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
but PSG is
But
not
it's
one of my
okay. You didn't hear
favorites.
anything because we might have a PSG player here as a guest. So.
No, it's fine. I will tell him I don't like your team. That's fine.
Yeah.
There are football players
Yeah.
in history that they play for a team and they publicly come in a interview and
Yeah.
say I like the rival team.
Yeah.
They announce it.
Yeah.
So if they can do that, why can I not? So one of the famous ones was Figo, Luis Figo.
Mm-hmm.
That there was a whole thing going on. I mean, we were too small to know what
Notice
happened
it. Yeah.
when it happened.
Yeah.
I was probably like 2 years old. But the media is out there. Then the whole story. I've read it from 10 different angles, different times in my life.
Yeah.
How he changed from Barcelona to Real Madrid. You see, people do that.
Yeah.
So
So imagine.
so me saying I'm not a fan of PSG.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not a fan of PSG. I'm not a fan of Barcelona. I'm not a fan of other teams, and I'm a fan of some teams.
Yeah.
We will reveal more and more as
Mm.
games go on. Moving on from sports,
Yeah. Wha-
what else will we be talking about in Dubai? So we're in Dubai.
Yeah. We're in Dubai.
Hello.
If you didn't,
Yeah.
if we didn't mention it, we're in Dubai, guys.
We will. I mean, this is too early to advertise, but I really like it if when we start publishing all the content, if people see us, because Dubai is an international city.
Yeah.
A lot of people, influencers, people in different
It's
industries who are
the
successful.
hotspot of
Yeah.
literally Earth right
Yeah.
now.
Either way, if they just want to say their feedback, go ahead. Don't be scared.
Mhm.
You don't need to hide behind user 1236
Yeah. Yeah.
because
If
123456 was taken.
yeah. Also, if you see us around the city, just say hi, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if people want to join,
Yeah.
don't be shy. That's actually, because we
Yeah, if you have something
always
interesting to talk about, so
Yes, of
if you
course.
think you have
think
something,
about what you want to talk
some
about.
interesting story that you can think that it helps people, or it's even entertaining, or it's funny,
Yeah.
come join us. Yeah,
Yes, we will be open to hearing it
Yeah.
and definitely thinking about it.
sure.
We're not hard to approach people.
Yeah.
We're very friendly.
I mean, you might see me with like not nice face in the street, but I'm
RBF,
actually
RBF abbreviation.
Ye-
RBF. Find out
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. Guess
Try
it.
finding out. I just made
Guess
that
it
up.
in the
I don't know
comments,
if it's
guys.
something people say.
Huh?
Is this something people say?
No, I don't think
RBF?
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I'll have an RBF, okay, when I'm walking in the
Yes.
street, 100% of the time. So yeah, but if you talk to me, I'll be nice. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
If you're nice, I'm nice.
Yes, definitely. What categories should we talk about? The categories? I think
Yeah.
sports we talked already.
Yeah,
Will be one of them.
yeah.
I think we will have topics around tech, AI, robotics,
Hmm.
engineering as a whole.
Yeah,
I come from the background,
Yeah.
so I'll have things to talk about there. I'll have
can you
things I want to.
explain the background?
Yeah, so the background, I was an electronic engineer.
Okay.
Electronic engineer. Studied electronic and information engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I studied in London at
Okay.
King's.
Right.
And I've been actually working as an engineer. I've worked as software developer, software engineer,
Mm-hmm.
hardware engineer, automation,
Okay.
PLC designs. Like I'm going just deeper into it.
Yeah, I'm
I've
I'm
done-
just pretending that I know what all of that is right now.
I've done things in VR, virtual reality world,
That I know.
a little tiny bit in AR.
Yeah.
But all of it, of course, I'm not that old, so it's been a lot of multitasking and different things at the same time.
Mhm.
And I'm not I don't claim to be an expert in any of these topics.
Yeah.
But I'm a fast learner. I'm a curious person. So when I enter a field, even if I'm 3 months in the field, I learn a lot because I ask a lot of questions
Yeah.
from seniors.
Yeah.
So it just gives me a vision, it doesn't make me a senior, but it just gives me a lot of insight.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, that's what you want to do on this podcast, to give your insight on
yes,
on things.
insight.
Which
Insight. It's very good. We will talk about things even related to how is it to move countries, because we've
Yeah.
obviously done it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Can we even count? Is it like it's double digit? How many times we've moved to, and not low double digits? I think
Yeah.
it's high double digits of how many times we've moved.
Yeah, if we count them together,
cities,
it's
countries.
yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Schools.
Yeah.
I've done
Languages.
12 years of diploma in
Mhm.
10 years in 7 different cities and schools.
Mhm.
7 different cities.
Yeah.
Not schools and cities separate. Cities. Different cities.
That's great.
I think, how many is that? 5 countries, I think. I have to count again. I think 5 countries.
Okay, we'll be talking about that very soon because I want to
Yeah.
know more about it.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
it's hard. It was hard. Now I sit here and talk about the insight. Like it's cool. When
yeah,
it was happening, it was very
that's a
it
lot.
was
That's it's
very
a
hard.
lot. As we mentioned, we're kind of new in Dubai,
Yes.
so yeah, we are some age. I'm not gonna say mine.
Yeah.
We are some age, and yeah, it's not hard. I would say, but it's
Definitely not
just,
hard.
but you have to have the courage for it.
Yeah.
You definitely have to have the courage for it, and you have to have the personality for it. Which it's fine if you don't have it. There's so many people that they like to stay in their home country and their home city,
Mm.
and I respect that. And
Yeah.
but for me, I like to travel. I like to meet different people from
And
different
even live different
countries.
countries.
I
Because
like
when
to
you
live different
travel,
countries because I like to.
it's
Because
different to
that's
living.
I
Completely
feel
different.
like that's how I shape what I like and what I don't like.
Exactly. This
Uh,
is why we've moved so much.
yeah.
But this is also, I feel like, something we can talk about. I was gonna say this, something we can talk about in a whole part of its own later on, is when you move countries, especially to the ones we've been to,
Mhm.
right? Which is a good
Quite a few.
list. And it's good places.
Yeah.
I think randomly, because like, we didn't choose the place we moved when we were little, for example. When I
We
was
didn't choose
little,
the place
my
chose us.
no, but my parents did, right? But it's a hot spot for people. A lot
Yeah.
of people like it,
Mhm.
like to know about it,
Mhm.
or the country you were born. We will get into details of all of that. It's somewhere people really love.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll be answering also your questions. Like if you have any questions about any of the countries when
Yeah.
we are actually talking about them, you can just put them in the comments and we'll be answering them.
We'll go sessions that we just go through comments
Yeah.
when we have a lot, or make a list and go
Ideas.
question.
Yeah.
And one of the things we can do is, again, going back to it, move to Dubai or one of these countries that we have moved. How would someone move?
Mhm.
Like, as simple as we can.
Yeah.
Facts.
Where do you start?
Yes.
Just-
Actual facts, actual obstacles.
Yeah.
Not telling people just a colorful image.
Mhm.
Not painting, oh, Habibi, come to Dubai.
Yeah. What are the
Concept.
pros and
Okay,
cons of
yes,
moving to each
amazing
country?
place.
Yes.
It's an amazing place.
Mhm.
But really, what happens?
Mhm.
You know?
What happens once you're here? What
Yeah.
happens once you leave your house in your country?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens once you take the flight?
Yes,
All of that.
exactly. Like,
Mhm.
where to save money.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people moving, costs them. A lot of people move with a family.
Yeah.
Move, I was just talking about it today with someone. Let's not get into their details, but family of 5 moved.
Mhm.
Moving with a family of 5 is not easy. 3
It's not.
kids, 3 very small kids.
Yeah.
Who have needs.
Mhm.
2-year-old, 4-year-old, 6-year-old. They have needs. They're not very self-functioning.
Yeah.
They cannot get a job.
Yeah.
They need you
Yeah.
to
They
do
cannot live in
everything.
society by
Yeah, and
themselves.
all of that, you're learning new things. You
Yeah.
have to answer their questions, supply their needs, and then make money, build a life. It's like a lot of things. You don't know which way to look at first.
Mhm.
It's of course easier when you're younger and you're single. You just pack a backpack and just move country.
Yeah.
It's way easier, I guess. The older I get, the harder it is to move.
Mhm. Yeah, of course, because you get more like settled in the place that you are, and I feel like with age you don't have that much energy and time, and you just it just takes a lot of energy.
Mm.
So I guess just with age, the energy decreases a little
Yes.
bit. So that's why, yeah.
That's very true. And also,
I mean, it's sounding like we're very old, but we're not actually
No,
that
no, we're
old.
not that old.
Okay.
And so we will talk about that,
Yeah.
moving.
Mhm.
We will talk about traveling,
Yeah.
places we've been, get people here who, one of the things I'm trying to get, a lot of people visit Dubai who've been to, I've been to quite a few countries, you've been to quite a few countries, but there are people who've been to 190 countries
Yes.
out of
Yes.
210 registered with all the little islands and
Mm.
independent states.
Mhm.
210, I think, or 219.
Yeah.
It's the number is like that depending on the source. And they've been 290. That's almost all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to find
People.
people
Yeah.
that we can
And
have
that's the good
here.
thing about Dubai. You can find everyone here.
Yes.
And just anyone that you want, you will find it here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
On our podcast, this is a cozy place. This is where you unwind. You
Yeah.
be yourself. You say the things you've never said before.
Yeah, we'll have coffee. Yeah.
So traveling, sports. We will go financial, as I was saying before. This is none of it is training or masterclass or paid strategy and market analysis we provide to people. But we will, of course, we will have. I want to have discussions to do about a lot of financial things, a lot of real estate investing,
Mhm.
P
Yeah, we'll
word.
go also deep into the real estate as well.
Yes, a lot of politics
Mm.
is something we will try to have.
Yeah, but it's very hard.
It's hard.
It's very
It's
hard.
the hardest always to have it
Under control.
under control. So, but we will have it.
Yeah. We can also talk about fashion.
Fashion for sure. Fashion, something you're an expert of, and I have
beauty
no clue.
trends. Yeah.
No, fashion, if it's spelled with
With F or
TION
PH. Yeah.
yes. So fashion,
Beauty.
beauty.
Yeah.
I have beauty experience. We'll get into that.
Do you? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I have beauty experience.
Right.
Don't underestimate me.
Uh-huh.
So probably not in a way that most people would guess, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a weird way I have beauty experience.
Yeah, don't get scared.
I don't have hands-on beauty experience. I just have a corporate
Mhm.
beauty experience. You
Yeah.
get what I mean because you know it, but
Right.
I have to
Yeah.
explain it. It
Yeah, but
takes
you
a
have
long
to.
time.
We have to explain it for the
Yes,
people.
yes. We'll talk about cars.
We'll talk about
You're
cars.
very passionate.
Yes, we'll talk about cars.
You're very passionate about cars. So
yeah.
we'll talk about cars.
You guys don't know about me this, but like I love sports. I love cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love fashion.
Fashion. Yeah. It's very ambiguous.
And diverse.
Diverse, yes, that's the
Yes.
word.
You have a lot of history
Mhm.
information, like random general knowledge about history.
History, yeah.
We both like history to some extent, geography.
Yeah.
It's just
And I like random facts of
Yes.
general knowledge.
we're very curious people.
Yeah.
So that's
So
that
we're here to
makes-
discover, to
Yes.
learn. Yeah.
Yes, we will have sneakers, which is a whole topic for some
It's a
people.
whole topic.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. I do.
I have a lot of questions. When you or any other expert of sneakers is here, I'll have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
What's the difference
Yeah.
to begin with? But
Well, there's a lot of difference.
yes,
So you don't consider yourself a sneakerhead?
no, didn't even.
Do you know what a sneakerhead is?
This is the first time I hear that term. So
Right.
hello. But I know there is, like, for example, a topic of watches.
Yes.
Like watch.
Mhm.
you know?
Okay, that kind of falls
That's-
into the category of accessories and fashion.
Yes, that's a big
Jewelry.
thing for so many people,
Mhm.
which is good. That one I'm interested in. I don't have so
Yeah.
much knowledge, but I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in all of them, but with the watch, I'm more interested to implement in my life as well.
Mhm.
When I learn something,
Yeah.
you will see it happening in my own life.
Yeah.
But with the sneaker, I don't think you will ever see it. Like, I can get all the information.
No, you're
and
more
you tell
of
me all
a
the trends.
you're more of a
will
Loro
still be like,
Piana
okay.
Loro Piana kind of guy. Like not so much
Just
into
something.
you know,
Yeah, I don't
sneakers and like, urban and all of
No.
that. More of a
definitely not. I don't want to go there.
Loro Piana kind of style.
So we will prepare for the very um, near future,
Mhm.
we will prepare questionnaire
Yes.
because I have some questions to ask you,
Mhm.
and I want you to prepare as well, so that we ask each other funny questions, informative,
Yeah, there will be a lot.
and this will be, um, you know, just entertainment mostly,
Yeah.
not so much um,
We'll,
informative
yeah.
information. Well, informative about us, so that
Mhm.
it's good to connect to people.
Yeah.
Um, but um, but not information that anyone can really do anything with. But we will have a lot of guests coming in. That their information will be
Relevant.
relevant, and there will be things that people will actually use
Mhm.
in their daily lives, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's it's always good to have a mix of fun, knowledge, um, progress,
Yeah.
some sort of innovation to create something,
Mhm.
to build something, and of course, always get the feedback to make it better and better,
Sure.
episode by episode, day by day.
Okay. I think that's it for today, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are so thankful to have you on our show. Okay, for the first time. This is our first episode. And we will see you here next time. You want to say something?
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait for everything that is going on
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
behind the
have
scene.
cute few things
Yes.
that are coming.
I'm excited to bring it on, to get it rolling, to get it, put out there.
Yeah.
And see the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
something I enjoy.
Yeah, we
It's
really
something
want to
hard.
connect with you guys.
Yes, it's something hard that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
To find the time. It was the hardest to begin with.
Yeah, we're very busy
So
people.
now that we are putting the time, I'm really I want to attempt it very humble,
Mm-hmm.
to have an amazing product out there
Mm-hmm.
with the quality of what we do.
For sure.
And it doesn't mean we do shiny things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we do it real.
Yeah.
It's a podcast on life.
On live. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.